Hey everybody, it's Julie. Welcome to Hello Monday. This week in the classroom, we're going to be sharing all kinds of interactive cards, and today I'm going to be showing you how to assemble a penny spinner or penny slider card using the swing and slide dies. Now, I have already prepared the images I'm going to be using on my cards today, and I love this set by Mama Elephant. It's called Nom Nom Kitties, and even though I'm not big into cats, I love sushi and udon and other Asian foods, and this just cracks me up, so I'm going to have a lot of fun with these. Now there are actually 7 different dies in the swing and slide die set, and it gives you a lot of different options for creating different types of spinners and slider cards. So I just wanted you to see, even though I'm only going to be using 3 of the dies in this set today. Now, one of the best tips ever I could share with you for making these types of interactive cards is one that I learned from Kelly Marie Alvarez of Lawn Fawn. I thought this was so brilliant, and what she does is she takes a long piece of that Scotch 3M foam mounting tape and folds it on itself so that she has a double thick piece of foam mounting tape that she can cut as needed for her project. And I just thought that was so ingenious that I had to share it, because it does really speed things up when you're moving along and making these types of cards. Another handy thing to have on hand are round foam mounting dots, and I've had these for forever, bought them years ago, and I'm going to keep using them until they run out. But if you can't find any prefabricated ones, you can actually make your own by using some thick foam mounting sheets and then a circle die or a handheld circle punch. For the first card, I'm actually going to use the wavy line track, and I'm going to go ahead and use some of that frog tape to keep that die in place and run it through my Big Shot. I've already pre-stamped the panel and trimmed it down about 1/4 of an inch so that it will have a border of 1/8 inch on my base card. And then I'm going to start putting my pieces together, and as you can see, I've got a penny and I've got that double thick foam mounting tape. Now I'm going to take the little sushi tray and mount it at the end of the track, but before I do, I'm going to use an anti-static pouch. This is called Embossing Magic, and you could also use the EK Success powder tool to apply some powder to neutralize the adhesive that might be sticking on the sides of that foam mounting tape. And this is just to keep things rolling and they don't get stuck against the sides of that tape, and it will help keep your project rolling or spinning smoothly. So I'm also going to neutralize the back side of that because it is exposed, and I just want to make sure I'm not letting anything get stuck there by neutralizing it. So now I'm going to mount the penny and the spinning component, and I've taken a small piece of that double thick foam mounting tape and I'm going to trim it down, and I'm not using a round dot because I actually want this to slide and not spin. And so this is going to keep it from spinning around and around, and I've got the penny behind the track there. And again, I'm going to neutralize the sides of that just to eliminate any sticky stuff that I don't need using that anti-static pouch. And then I've got this little soft brush that I'm just using to flick away that while I'm working. And then I'm going to mount another penny to the top of that. This is going to give additional weight and help that with gravity to go back and forth as I tilt the card from side to side. So now I can go ahead and take another piece of tape, and this is just regular thickness. I didn't double thick mount this. And I'm going to put that on top of the penny so that I can mount the kitty cat on top of that, and everything will be concealed. And I'm just determining, where do I want that kitty to land when that penny slides right up to that sushi platter there. And so now I've got him going and made sure that he was working, and I need to finish the back side here. So I want to have support all the way across that is a height that will allow that penny to move freely. So you want to have enough clearance back there to allow everything to move. And here I've got extra support there near the channel, but as you can see, I'm not allowing any of it to impede the path of that penny. But it is providing additional support to make sure that everything's even and the channel or track does not collapse, especially if you're going to send it through the mail. So now to mount everything, I'm going to remove the liner pieces from the center of that whole panel, and then I'm going to fold back the liner on the perimeter pieces so that I have some handles to hang on to, because I don't want to permanently mount it until I'm very sure I have it where I want it. So here I go. I'm going to go ahead and place that onto a base card. This is just Nina Solar White, 110 pound, that's already been scored and folded. And as you can see, it was very easy to get this mounted into place, and then just remove those outer liner papers and everything's good to go. Now, I didn't have any sushi sentiments for this particular stamp set, so I made it my own using my Dymo label maker, and I'm just going to go ahead and tape those down. And the nice thing about this is they're flat, so if my mechanism is spinning past. It's not going to get caught on those because they are mounted flat. And here you can see when I go side to side how that slider works, and the weight of the pennies makes him go back and forth, and he's swooping down onto his sushi platter. For this one, I'm using this straight channel die, and I've already prepped that panel there. And this is going to be a penny spinner, and I need some spinning action going on here. So I'm going to take my penny and I'm going to use one of those 1/4 inch round foam mounting dots, but I do need to double them up so I have plenty of clearance there for everything to slide. So I'm going to peel off the liner of that one and then double up another one directly on top. And then I'm going to go ahead and neutralize that using my anti-static pouch, because I don't want the sides of that dot, I don't want any adhesive there to get stuck on the track. So I want everything to be gliding and spinning smoothly. So once I've got that ready to go, I can go ahead and mount the kitty and get him in place. And I'm using my tweezers there to make sure I can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to make sure that it goes back and forth. Now, it's not going to spin really well right now, but it will as I get everything assembled. And I did want to show you how I put all the foam mounting tape there on the back. And as you can see, I've got additional support on that panel, but nothing is impeding the penny as it slides down that track. So now I can go ahead and mount this into place. I'm just going to do the same method I did on the previous card by pulling back the liner tape there. And this card kept popping up on me, probably because it's 110 pound. Maybe I didn't crease it well enough, but it was getting in my way. So I just took a piece of washi tape and rolled it up to temporarily hold that card base shut so I could get this mounted on straight without fussing around with it. Again, I had some Dymo label maker sentiments that I thought worked really well. And then as you tilt the card back and forth, you can see that he spins really well with that penny. And I didn't need actually 2 pennies. One was good enough. And the same thing I'm going to do on this one, only this time I used the round donut shaped track to create my penny spinner. And I'm going to go ahead and double mount the larger round foam mounting dots here to give additional support there to that center piece, because you don't want it to collapse. And once I have that doubled up, I can go ahead and continue mounting all the rest of the foam mounting pieces around the perimeter. Again, supporting the track but not impeding the track. So now that that's ready to go, I can go ahead and mount that all to the card front. And this is a top folding card that I happen to have ready in my bin, and so I just grabbed it. It's perfect. Go ahead and get that mounted into place. And then I have these additional kitties that I wanted to put on the front, kind of like this guy is kind of rolling into their date here. And so I did not want them to impede the kitty that's spinning around, so I needed to triple mount or triple thickness of the foam mounting tape. So I used the double thick tape that I already had, and then I took a single layer of foam mounting tape to add that third additional layer to the back of these kitties. And I'm gonna keep the foam mounting tape towards the bottom so that that kitty that's on the spinning mechanism can just roll right around behind them and not get caught in any of that foam tape or caught on the kitty. So there you can see it's 3 layers thick, but that's what you need. I'm gonna have to ship this thing in a box or it's got to be hand delivered. So now we'll go ahead and get that mounted into place. And once I have that done, I'm just going to test, make sure that he can easily move around. He's not getting caught on the larger kitties there. And here we go. He just spins very easily with that single penny. Didn't need 2 of them. And the weight of the penny really helps these things spin around nicely. These are a whole lot of fun. We've got more still shots available at the Classroom blog, and all the supplies are available at ellenhutson.com. Thanks for watching.